I'm James Swanwick. This is the Alcohol Free Lifestyle Podcast, where you learn to live a life of health, wealth, love, and happiness.
I adore working with our members, and sometimes I'll hear from them, Coach V, I am on day 40. Isn't this supposed to be super hard? Coach V, I'm on day 15, and I kind of like not drinking. This is crazy. Coach V, I'm on day 88, and I cannot believe how little space thinking about drinking occupies in my brain. Talk about a rewarding job, right? I'm Coach V, Victoria English, head coach here at Alcohol Free Lifestyle. If you are like me or a lot of our members, you have been able to quit drinking. It's the staying quit that becomes a problem. We get incredible results, and in the coming days or weeks, you're going to learn about some real data that has just come out that proves some things about our methodology and its effectiveness. I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag just yet, but I am going to give you some insight and an invitation to do something different. As a coach, part of my job involves great conversations like those, celebrating people's wins, first trip through an airport, first party, first wedding, first loss without drinking. It also can involve some tough conversations. And so just a mini coaching moment here for you. I'm going to invite you to have a tough conversation with yourself. If you're listening to this podcast, chances are you've tried a lot of things to stop drinking and stay stopped. And then you find yourself almost incredulous when you return to how it was before. It's not you, it's the substance, it's society. So, are you ready to get honest? If you could fix this on your own, you would have. If those magic formulas for stopping really worked, you would know by now. If those dry Januaries and sober Octobers were enough, you might be alcohol free as you listen to this podcast. There's something missing, and it isn't a lack of determination. It isn't a lack of commitment, willpower, love for your family. It's none of those things. That's not missing. You have that. If you didn't have that, you wouldn't be tuning into this podcast. You would just throw your hands up and say, well, this is just the way it is. So what makes us so special? Well, lots of things. But there are some key things that really make us different. Coaching. There are some good people online that you can follow who have documented their alcohol-free life, how they stopped, and that is good stuff. That's inspiring. I followed women like that. Not all of them are coaches. So, what is coaching? Well, Sarah and I have each gone through rigorous certifications. We continue to be engaged in courses. We take tests, we write, we do lots of things so that we can continue to grow in our knowledge. Becoming a coach isn't a one and done thing, not if you want to be really, really good. You start with a certification. Often it takes 6 months, a few hundred hours. And that's just the foundation. So I don't have an exact count, but I'm somewhere around 7,000 or 8,000 hours now of coaching. And I would guess Sarah's about the same. That's a lot of hours. So coaching is unique. And I would say that between James, Sarah, and myself, we have a winning trio. We really do. We each have our own style. We're passionate about certain areas, and so we really dive into that. But we're proficient across the board when it comes to helping people achieve long-term, not 30 days, long-term power over alcohol. We do not subscribe to the idea of being powerless over this substance. We realize that returning to drinking will tip the balance of power, the scales of power, and alcohol will get the W. And so we're helping you fill that cup of life with something that really serves you. It's a process. Having people that you follow who are alcohol-free is fantastic. Reading books, listening to other podcasts, having friends who are sober curious is wonderful. Having a coach is ideal. Connection. Connection is key. Connection is the antithesis of alcohol. Alcohol wants to be your buddy, be your pal. It's a hell of a frenemy, isn't it? It lures you in. It knows you. It knows your strengths and it knows your weaknesses. And it's slick. And it's fickle. It turns on you. It's turned on all of us, hasn't it? It's a bit heartbreaking to realize that our comfort, our confidant, is full of it. And that its presence in our lives is leading to our demise. It's tough. I get it. You may have heard the letter that I wrote to my lover in a previous episode. If you haven't, you can scroll back. It came out maybe, 2 or 3 months ago. It's a breakup letter. Have a listen. When we realize that alcohol is keeping us from the things we love, from the people we love most, filling our lives with drama, chaos, anxiety, relationships that are not the best for us, friends that we drink with and we think we're really tight, but are we? Where would we be if we weren't drinking together? It feels lonely. We can become isolated. We're afraid to go out in public and drink because we don't know how we'll behave. We're embarrassed to sit home alone and drink because that's for alcoholics. And where do we talk about all this? We talk about it in our head, don't we? We ruminate. We toss and turn. We try to come up with a strategy, but it's just another exercise in futility, one after another. Connection. We are, as you know, we're not for everybody. We serve a certain type of individual. Sometimes people will say, well, what, do you have to have a ton of money? No, it's not about the money. Yes, this is an investment. But boy, oh boy, when you look at what you're already spending between the alcohol, the dinners, the drinking, the Ubers, the replacing broken phones, nonsense, lost revenue. And then you realize that you can make more money when you're not drinking. You realize that you could avoid lost deals at work. You could avoid a divorce, child support, all the things. How about rehab? Any decent one is at least 50 grand. And that's often for 30 days. Anyway, I digress. We run our program the way we do because we work with a certain type of individual. Often, they have a fairly high to very high income. But that's not why we invite them in. We invite them in because we here at Alcohol Free Lifestyle are kind of cut from the same cloth. You've heard me talk about wanting to control outcomes. I still have that tendency. It's a lot better than it used to be. I've learned to go with the flow, but a lot of us, let's just say, we like to control outcomes. We are problem solvers, strategists. We are the ones that people come to when they have a problem. We solve them. Sound familiar? And so, yes, often our members are in leadership roles. They are community leaders, business owners, lots and lots of things. And they win a lot in that world, whatever area of life they occupy. They win a lot. They have very high expectations of themselves. Lots of people describe themselves as type A's. I don't like labels. I'm always thrilled when one of our self-professed type A's learns to sit on the beach with a sparkling water and put their feet in the sand. I love that because we're all multifaceted.
Hi, I'm James Swanwick. Have you downloaded my free Alcohol Freedom Formula yet? If not, you can go to alcoholfreelifestyle.com/guide. You can download it. It will outline the same process that we walk our clients through in our flagship 90-day stop drinking program. You'll also get an email from me each day with tips and tricks to reduce or stop drinking, to improve your health, nutrition, mobility, and lots of other great mindset techniques. That's alcoholfreelifestyle.com/guide.
And so, yeah, we have a certain type of community. Why do we do that? It is not to exclude anyone. This podcast goes out to everybody and it's free. We have lots of other resources. Our intention is that if you are invited to join Project 90, when you come into this community, you will finally exhale. You will finally not be the one who has to figure everything out. You are with other people who are kind of like you. Well, a lot like you. You're going to feel like you know them. And they will understand you in a way that maybe no one else in your life does. I hear that all the time. I feel like I'm with people I've known forever. And I just met them. Because you have a lot in common besides just this alcohol thing. So it feels safe. And for the first time, maybe in a very long time, you realize you don't have to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. You have space and time to work through this thing. And so, connection. Alcohol hates it. Alcohol doesn't want you to find your people. It wants you alone in your head, rolling around with these ideas, the rumination. And so, because we're a little bit rebellious over here, we tell alcohol to stick it. And we create community and connection. Accountability. Oh boy. So I'm not a large woman. I'm pretty small. And here I am with all these very high achieving folks. And I am one of the coaches, along with Sarah and James, who holds them accountable. Now, these are people who are accustomed to holding other people accountable. And suddenly, here I am. Okay, this is the agreement. This is what we agreed to do. And this is what we expect from you. It's a symbiotic relationship. You know what's cool, though? They like it. They need it. When we're drinking, we're sneaky. And we tell half-truths or full-on lies, don't we? Oh, I only had 2 drinks. No, I'm not drinking tonight. It's fine, right? All these things. We dodge accountability because it's scary. We don't want to be exposed. But on the other hand, we know that we kind of need to. We need to be seen. We need to answer to someone. And so accountability, because we are an invitation-only small community, we know each other. And our members have my personal cell phone number. And if I don't see you, because yes, I get the attendance reports, if I don't see you, I'm going to reach out. I'm going to ask where you are. We use an app in which the entire community engages daily. And so if people don't see you, and these people will become your friends, if they don't see you, they're going to wonder why. Obviously, as a coach, I can't share stories about a member with another member. But they're going to say, where is so-and-so? I hope so-and-so's okay. You matter. You matter now, but you matter in this community. This sort of thing, this alcohol thing, our loved ones they've got a lot of feelings around it, don't they? And so it's not fair for us to expect our loved ones to bring us to the other side of alcohol. First of all, they've got their own stuff to deal with. And it's too close. There's too much emotion involved. Nobody can see things clearly because they're too connected. They care about you. You care about them. It can get messy when it comes to removing alcohol, releasing it from your life. And so this kind of accountability is great because it's neutral. I care very, very much about every single client, every single member, as we call them. But because of my training, I can keep emotions relatively neutral. That allows me to be the best coach that I can be in that moment. I'm speaking for myself, but this goes for Sarah and for James. When a member joins our program, they go all in. Because we're talking about neuroplasticity here, we are helping you literally create new neural pathways. Over time, without alcohol interfering, you're releasing the alcohol. Over time, those neural pathways can become the default thoughts, behaviors, and actions. That is so cool. And so the way you're feeling today is not how you will always feel if you take action. On every call, I invite you, don't I? Book that free 15-minute discovery call. You'll speak with me, one of our other awesome coaches. I'm inviting you again today to book that call. That part is on you. Because like I said, we each have a role to play. I can't come through your headphones and make you do this. But I hope you will. We are different. We're proud of what we do. It works. I can't wait for you to hear what's coming out soon. It's going to rock the world just a little bit. I cannot wait. But this does work. And now it's proven. We just need you. Go ahead and book that call. Let's have a chat. Until next time, take good care of you.